Welcome to MYZE, where we predict the right size with big data to minimize e-retail returns. So, how our product works is we have a new user called user A. We ask them to input 4 of their favorite shirts that they already own from any brand that they feel fits them perfectly. And through this, we see that user B and user C have similar measurements to user A. And say user B and user C own the same gray shirt, and that user A doesn't own. Through MYZE, we'll be able to see that user A will fit perfectly in that gray shirt. And as we get more and more users, we collect more and more data, and through that, our predictions become more and more accurate.
Here's an example of what MYZE looks like on a website. Let's say I'm shopping at Uniqlo and I don't have a MYZE account. So then I click on the MYZE icon and I create an account. So now I know what size I will have. I put the 3 shirts I have that fit me perfectly, and with that information, MYZE will be able to predict the perfect size for me. So as we know, e-retail is growing fast, so a lot of shops are closing and they're switching to just online only. And by 2020, $122 billion will be in revenue. 30% of all online purchases are actually returned. And from that 30%, 80% of it is actually due to size difference. So with size issues, there's 24% of returns are due to sizing.
The reason we are doing this is because returns are extremely expensive for online retailers. ASOS Chief Executive Officer Nick Robertson said a 1% fall on returns would immediately add $16 million to the company's bottom line.
And here's an example of our competitors. ASOS and other companies use a company called Fit Analytics, and Fit Analytics takes measurements of people. For example, you input your chest size and as well as like your height and so on, and from that information, they'll be able to predict what size you should get. Tailor is a different company that tailors specific clothing for that person, where they take their measurements and then they tailor whatever you order. MYZE does not take the measurements, and it's open to just all brands.
So, who are our users and who are our customers? Our users are online retail shoppers that are seeking to find the perfect fit, and our MYZE customers are online retailers that want to reduce their return costs. So as we know, a lot of money goes towards return costs. What we want to do is we want to funnel that money back to the online retailers, and all we ask is for 3% of that return costs. And in terms of users, all we want is to collect data for them. So our services are free to the MYZE user.
And here's our timeline. So we're pitching this to the basement right now so we could get in terms of funding as well as mentorship and others for us to work on this project. MYZE, right now we're trying to get market research. So we're trying to collect as much data, whether it's collecting actual data so we could have information and a lot of data so we could be able to start working on our MVP. Working on our MVP will start end of November, and it'll take us probably 5 to 6 months. After we set up our software, then we'll go out more and collect more and more data. And then we'll approach smaller brands. After we approach smaller retail stores, then we'll go back, optimize our algorithms, work more with our bigger data, and then approach bigger companies. My name is Amr Tabban. I'm the CEO.
And my name is Noor Badeirat, and I'm the CTO.
And we hope to maximize your online shopping experience with MYZE. Thank you.